Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news in a move that could shake up the NFC East and give the Commanders a serious boost on defense. There are strong rumors swirling that Washington is eyeing a trade for Budda Baker, the star safety from the Arizona Cardinals. Now I know what you're thinking. Another trade rumor, right? But this one has some serious weight behind it, especially when you consider the current state of the Commanders' secondary and the Cardinals' tight cap situation. Let's start with the basics. The Arizona Cardinals are sitting at a 3-7 record, and they're in full rebuild mode. They've got a cap hit of around $9 million on Baker for 2024, and they're reportedly willing to part ways with him to free up some cap space, especially as they aim to extend Kyler Murray with a hefty $210 million deal that will hit the books next season. The Cardinals are prioritizing cap space and roster flexibility right now, which makes trading away a key piece like Baker a logical move, especially if they can get a decent draft pick in return. Sources are indicating that Washington is in the mix, offering a third-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, which could be a steal for the Cardinals considering Baker's impact. The Commanders are looking to shore up their secondary, which has been a bit questionable this season despite the return of Cam Harris from injured reserve. Harris has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency remains an issue, and the team needs a proven leader back there, someone who can change the dynamics of their pass defense overnight. Baker, as most of you know, is an elite-level safety who excels in coverage and tackling. He's known for his sideline-to-sideline range, his ability to read plays, and his knack for making game-changing plays. In 2025, he's played 9 games, tallying 28 solo tackles, 33 assists, and 61 combined tackles, with a Pro Football Focus grade of 87.9. He's also allowed a pass completion rate of just 52%, which is impressive given the volume of targets he faces. He has 0 sacks so far this season, but makes his presence felt through tackles and turnovers. Throughout his career, Baker has accumulated over 800 tackles, 10 interceptions, and has been selected to 6 Pro Bowls. His career interception average is 1.5 per season, and he's a player who thrives in coverage, making him a perfect fit for a team like Washington that needs a reliable safety to anchor the back end of their defense. Now, why would this trade make such a difference for the Commanders? Well, for starters, Baker's presence would significantly improve their pass defense, which is currently allowing around 52% of passes to be completed against them. That's a number that needs to be addressed if Washington wants to compete with the top teams in the league, especially in a division that features high-powered offenses like those of the Eagles and Cowboys. With Baker, the Commanders could expect a boost of approximately 4 interceptions, which could be a game-changer in tight matchups. Additionally, his tackling would help reduce the number of big plays allowed. Washington has been giving up about 17 plays of 20-plus yards per game, and Baker's range could cut that down to around 10, making their defense more stingy. Beyond the immediate impact, Baker's addition would also help reduce the workload on linebackers and cornerbacks, allowing them to play more aggressively. The team's tackling rate would improve, and the defense would become more cohesive overall. The secondary has faced injuries and inconsistency this season, with some players coming in and out of the lineup, but Baker's experience and leadership could stabilize things. Not to mention, he's a player who can step up in critical moments. Think about the impact he had in 2024 with the Raiders, boosting their defense and making a difference in key games. From a strategic standpoint, this move would also help the Commanders against the run, which has been a concern at times. Baker is a versatile safety who can contribute against both the pass and the run, with a tackle rate of around 80%. His ability to make open-field tackles and cover medium-range passes makes him a perfect fit for the defensive schemes the Commanders are trying to build. With an average of 4.2 yards per carry allowed this season, improving their run defense is essential, and Baker's skill set directly addresses that need. Now, looking at the broader picture, this trade could have ripple effects throughout the NFC East and even the playoff picture. The Commanders, currently sitting at 3-7, still have a shot at the postseason if they can stabilize their defense and improve their turnover differential. Adding Baker could increase their turnover rate by about 15%, which is huge in today's NFL. Turning more of those defensive stops into points could be the difference between a playoff berth and missing out. Plus, his presence on the field could energize the team and the fan base, giving them a real shot at making a run in the second half of the season. Talking about the Super Bowl odds, the impact of bringing in a player like Baker cannot be overstated. The current odds for Washington to win it all are around +5-0, but with Baker boosting their defense, those odds could tighten significantly, perhaps moving to +2-0 or better. He's not just a safety. He's an X factor, a game changer, someone who could elevate the Commanders' chances in the playoffs and beyond. Remember, in 2024, Baker made a significant impact with the Raiders, including a game where he recorded 12 tackles and forced a fumble. That kind of performance is exactly what Washington needs to turn the tide. Of course, as with any trade, there are risks involved. The Cardinals are betting on the cap relief and the future draft capital, and Washington will have to weigh the immediate boost against the long-term considerations. But all signs point to this being a move that could pay off big time, especially if Baker can stay healthy and continue to play at his high level. His moderate injuries this season haven't slowed him down much, and if he joins the Commanders, he could become a cornerstone of that secondary for years to come. In terms of what this means for the Commanders' upcoming games, they'd be adding a player who can instantly improve their chances against division rivals like the Eagles and Cowboys. Those teams have potent passing attacks, and having Baker on the field would be a nightmare for quarterbacks trying to pick apart Washington's secondary. His ability to cover medium-range passes and provide run support would make life much harder for those offenses. Plus, with the NFC East becoming more competitive each year, having a player like Baker could be the difference in tight division battles, especially when the stakes are high late in the season. In the end, this potential trade is more than just about upgrading the roster. It's about making a statement. Washington is serious about contending, about building a defense that can carry them deep into the playoffs. Bringing in a leader like Baker with his experience, instincts, and playmaking ability could be the move that elevates the entire team's performance. It's a bold step, and if it happens, it will certainly energize the fan base and send a message to the rest of the league that the Commanders are not here just to compete. They're here to win, to make a serious push for the Super Bowl. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what's the final takeaway? Well, if this trade goes through, it's not just a roster addition, it's a statement. Washington is making moves, investing in their defense, and trying to turn the page from a forgettable start to a season that could still end with a playoff run. Baker's impact could be immediate and profound, transforming their secondary from a questionable unit into a formidable force that strikes fear into opposing quarterbacks. For fans, it's exciting to think about the possibilities. Imagine the back end with Baker patrolling the field, making game-changing plays, and helping the Commanders finally take the next step towards Super Bowl glory. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Baker is the perfect fit for Washington? Are you excited about the possibilities this trade could bring? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates and news, so stay tuned for everything Washington Commanders. This season is far from over, and with moves like this, the future looks bright. Let's keep the passion alive, keep supporting our team, and keep dreaming of that Super Bowl ring. Thanks for being here, and as always, hail to the Commanders.